Evening Raiders, this is Nazarek, and on my right you've got
EODJinx, how y'all doing tonight?
the man, the myth, the legend. We got a Friday Fiver tonight. How are you doing?
Doing all right. I hope everybody in the guild got to check out my horrible stream yesterday. I got demolished.
I had a little bit of luck this week. I was able to close out the Ground Wars Tier 3.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, full clear, had full health and almost full armor. So I was pretty stoked about that. I got the information from a guy that I found online from YouTube, Mr. Bit Dynasty. Go ahead and check out his stuff. I put his information on my video and I put it on the channel, but I also reached out to him and told him, hey, I've asked several questions through Google and he keeps turning up as an answer, so let him know that. And the guy was cool enough to reach out and let me know that he's there, he likes what we're doing.
Sounds like the kind of guy we need to pick his brain about.
Yeah, definitely. And lets me know that this community is a lot tighter than I thought it was, so that was really cool. So please, by all means, check out Bit Dynasty. So we're getting the conquest to the end here. We got how many more days?
2, I do believe.
2, okay. So have you filled out your box and everything yet?
I haven't finished it out. I'm not currently at the red box. I'm about 50 short of the one just before it, and I haven't been pushing. I haven't been paying for the refreshes. I'll be lucky if I get through tier 4.
Yeah, I'm sitting at about the same spot as you. I've got probably, I think it's a little more than 40 left. I'll have to check. But the sad thing is I've already completed all the global feats. I'm pretty much finished except for 1 feat in Sector 5. 4 is not going to cover it, and then when you start getting lower and lower, that's going to take more energy for me to finish, and unless I burn crystal, I'm starting to sweat it a little bit, but for the first time out, I'm enjoying it.
Oh, I have been jumping up and down, having fun, playing it. It's been a blast. I've had missions and I'm like, all right, well, I need to go in with this to get this. Oh, yeah, I didn't win. Man, that was a bummer.
Well, and with the data discs, that adds so many interesting, crafting out there.
And I'm not gonna lie, I've been not looking at the amplifiers that they have.
Right on.
And I've just been like, let's just run it, see what happens.
Well, and that's how I've been doing it for the most part. I mean, I've been just taking my larger powerhouse squads and just throwing them at things and just tearing through all the different nodes. And I haven't had too much difficulties because those data discs just make things like Jedi Knight Luke just insane. I mean, Grievous has been really good. Revan's been awesome. So I haven't hit that problem.
Jealous. I'm getting jealous looking at some of these rosters, let me tell you.
Well, I'm looking at Discord on our guild, and I'm starting to go and saying, I'm seeing a lot of people that are saying, oh, all you need to use is Rey, or all you need to do is Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. I'm like, I felt like I was rolling pretty big with Jedi Knight Luke, but those guys are talking Galactic Legends, so you guys know who you are. You know who you are.
Yes, they do. And, I mean, I'm in stun gun purgatory currently. So, as I've mentioned in the past, my account's only about 2 years old, and it's we're just over 2 years old, and I'm getting to the point that a lot of my characters are at 12, but the ones that I need to get up to 12, I'm stuck behind the stun gun grind.
Yeah.
And that is honestly the worst thing going.
And I start to feel like Oliver Twist because you go and start asking everybody, hey, for stun guns, you got 1 and you're just sitting there with your bull. Please, sir,
More?
just one more.
Could I have some more?
If you get two, you just feel like you just robbed something and running.
I feel bad when it's something purple and I click request. Like, because I know everybody's grinding, and I'm trying my best not to. So I finally dedicated. I'm like, all right, I'm done. I was chasing. I took like a month and tried to chase after Bando, and realized, all right, that's a fleeting effort. And about the time I stopped was about the time my Piet hit 7 stars. So I've got all the requirements for characters at 7 stars. And most of them are all at gear 12, minus Krennic and the Royal Guard. So I'm like, all right, Supreme Emperor, here I come.
So you're pushing on that. I'm pushing on trying to get Jedi Master Luke here, and happy to say that I just cleared out Wedge. So he's up to Relic 3, and I'm 3 pieces away from Biggs getting up into the Relic range, and my Leia is sitting there just in gear 12. But then it's going to be the grind of trying to get Mod Mothma, and then also trying to get 3-Pac there. So I'm going to hit those next 2 really quickly, and then it's going to be the grind again.
See, and I'm such at a disadvantage because, like I have made mention in the past, I didn't know, like, all right, I'm getting this guild stuff. I just kept throwing it in gear initially. Yeah. And now, like, I have Hodor, I have Hermit Yoda available, but he's nowhere near 7 stars. And Wampa is still like, you can't touch me. So I'm just, okay. So that's why I was like, all right, I'm not going to get the finalizer up to 5 stars anytime soon. Let me just focus on that gear grind to put all those troopers, which is a good thing. We all know that's a really good thing, into the relics.
So, and then those tokens, the GET, the get tokens, and the get tokens too. At one point I started following suit going, okay, yeah, I wanted to put it to gear because it looks so tasty. Like, you're just sitting there in that store, but I had to dedicate myself to making sure I got Hoda and also grab Wampa, and then I went and made sure I finished off the 2 ships. So now I can sit here and just grind gear unless they drop something in the store there, and then I'm going to be kicking myself again. Right,
and I'm working on my Malevolence now, and about 2 more months I should have it unlocked. And it's not that we aren't doing bad. That's not that we're doing bad as a guild. We're crushing it out there.
Right.
And for the size power that we are, I think we're doing amazing. But it's so hard to get that currency that makes these things so desirable.
Yeah, I laugh because I don't want to cry. I mean, I remember trying to go through the negotiator, and when you're saying you're about to unlock the negotiator, I was like, I remember that, and thinking I was right there, and then how long it took to get 7 stars after that. So
yeah, because I mean, you get that unlock, and your unlock's at 140.
Right on.
But then to 7 star it, you got to get to 185, and that is that's the grind and a half.
Well, and then with the switching gears here a little bit, but talking about the grind, what was nice about the Conquest is picking up all those, what do you want to call them? Conquest tokens? What's the
the Galactic credit cards.
Galactic credit cards.
I call them Galactic credit cards.
But what I was able to use those, there's a bunch of Gear 12 pieces that you can go and pull from there, and then those Gear 12 pieces I was able to use for salvage for some of the Relic 6 and Relic 7, so I was able to go and take Jedi Training Ray up and up to 7 pretty quickly with that. Because I was sitting there at 5 and thinking I was out and I didn't have anything to salvage.
I'm going to get things up to 3, and I think I'm going to be stuck for a little bit until the proverbial master wallet opens. But we're going to try not to do that.
Well, with these conquests being back to back for the short run here, that might be useful.
Oh, they're coming in handy.
Yes.
I've been getting the. I like it that it's only 60 of the galactic credit card to get 5 pieces of
Yes.
anything really, and stun guns have been in the store.
Yes. Yeah, those have been huge.
Yeah.
Though I haven't seen
of
any shards that really have gotten me excited. I think I had something for the red and white Imperial Trooper that you use for pilots, but that's about it. The
Okay.
Commando.
Yeah, the Commando.
Sorry, I'm horrible about names right now.
It's
But
late
then
on
also-
Friday. We're doing the best we can.
Yeah, whiskey helps.
Uh,
Cheers.
I cilantro.
So then also going back with Conquest, I keep going back to the data discs, and I'm thinking there's going to be a lot of really interesting teams that come out of this. One squad that I would start thinking about dusting off again is the Ewok squad. All that turn meter, and you start throwing some of those wild discs on there, they might become...
My murder bears will do some work there in the early stages.
Yes.
And then the other one that's gotten me kind of rethinking my strategy is I use a full KOTOR team.
Okay.
And I just use the, just those characters. But I've been thinking of pulling Johanny and putting my nest in there. Because that's been everywhere I look. And,
Nest is one of those that I feel so sheepish. I went and got, and I was really excited about it, threw the Zeta on, and then it just got put on the priority list. Just when I get done, I'm going to go to Nest. And I've been saying that for probably 2 years now. It's just, I want Nest, but he's right there, or she's right there, and I just can't get to her.
You did the favorites.
Right. I just squirrel, and then I'm off chasing. Okay, right now I'm trying to keep my focus again just on Jedi Master Luke. But Jedi Master Luke is just shortly behind finishing off the Mandalorian squad. I only need 2 more to get to 7, or 2 more characters up to Star 7. That's
IG-11 probably and Quill.
You got it. And they're both sitting there right around the 40-50 mark. So daylight's coming.
Well, I mean, and it's not like we can use a Razor Crest anytime soon, because that's a 4-star unlock.
No, but
I think when I look like I'm going to get, I think next year when it looks like I'm getting close to starting, like to unlock the Razor Crest, I'll do that push for the Bando. I want to finish up some of these Gear 12 pieces, and really, my push is on ships. Like if it's a pilot, I'm trying to push that guy. I have been trying to push most of anything that belongs to a ship crew, to include them Phoenix boys, the Zeb and the Chopper. I want to get them at least to 12, because a tough ship group makes it hard to get a full clear, especially since I'm in Division 1. I mean, that's been brutal.
Starting to see if I want to, after I get through Jedi Master Luke, if that's going to happen anytime soon, that's still months out. I'll want to switch gears to the Imp squad just so I can clear out the challenge tier 3 on those 2 challenges from what I've seen from the list.
Exactly. There's 2 with Imps, and if you can get them modded right, and that's another good topic that we need to get into. If you can get them modded right, they are blow doors off.
Yep. Touch the topic, you better talk on it.
All right, since we're talking mods, and we discussed the Master Wallet, let me ask, and I want to know, Gil, how many of y'all are thinking about using a mod service?
thinking like hot sauce or something along those lines?
Either hot sauce or Pimpo.
Okay.
I looked into Pimpo, and he told me 200, and that was about half a mil GP ago. And I looked on his site, and he said anything over where I currently am, it's 250. But what he's got going on is a full service. It's not just that he goes in and he hits, one or two squads. He hits your entire roster, and he gears you up for light side, dark side, territory war, grand arena, and your arena shard. Period. And some of that stuff carries over for your assault tiers to help you knock those out.
So you're talking a full service, actually having someone come in and do that, not like hot sauce where that's a tool set. And Arnold, he got into this really heavy. He talked about hot sauce, how to run it on one of his videos.
I saw that video. It was a beautiful video.
I'll throw that in the comment. But what I've been doing is I've taken, and this is me being kind of OCD, or in this case CDO, because I want them alphabetical, but to go and create a list from what Arnold had of how he ranked characters based on, Zetas, and then I had another list on characters by power by another one of his videos, and I did some tweaking and I put it in an Excel sheet, and then I put in that same Excel sheet whether or not I used them for my arena, or whether I wanted to worry about them as being modded at all. So I put a 0 in there. I'll throw this out on some Google Docs sometime. Keep me honest and make sure that I do this.
Put that on the Discord. I'll be anxiously looking for that one.
I gotta go. Arnold made one about a month ago, and I was gonna go and retune that Excel sheet. But you do that, you hit the sorts, and it listed every one of them from top to bottom, and where the cutoff started coming at, which ones I cared about modding. I took that list, and then I went over to its Grand Ivory, that website that goes the mod optimizer.
Okay.
Do a search. I'll put a link on the video here as well if I can remember it. And then I just listed them, and they let you know a type of profile, like if this is a lead or this is fast. I usually use the default except for a few. And then you hit optimize, and it spit out every mod you should put on each character. When I do that list, it kicks out about like 400 changes every time I have to do this. So you can imagine me by a phone making 400 changes. Yeah, this is not something I do every week, because I'm not that boring. Hope not.
Yeah.
But
you'd have to ask the family.
Kids are like, don't you have mods to optimize right now, Dad?
Those are the mods you're looking for.
Those are the mods. But yeah, that takes like 3-4 hours to get done. So I would do that after, like, when I would have a major change in my arena squad. Then I would go and recalculate it all. So once I got Jedi Knight Luke, I still haven't done it, but I was planning on going and changing that. But every time my Grand Arena squad changed, that's when I would go and make all these changes, because it's a long haul. If you have a chance to use an emulator so you have bigger pixels and bigger icons, highly recommend it, because your eyes start going cross-eyed at some point.
I know what that's like.
But yeah, I'll try to throw out that.
I use a tablet. I try to play on my tablet.
But I'll try to throw that out there for people to take a look at and see. At least they can kind of get a list idea, and I'll try to make a video to explain it, my madness on it. But yeah, or I'll throw it on Discord. But I've been looking at it and saying there's no way that I could go and change my mods for like an event unless I absolutely needed to, or for when we're doing territory wars, or for Grand Arena, just to switch all those, and it's like 3 hours a shot. You go make one change at the top, that might have an impact to 30
That's got a
characters
ripple
down
effect
below.
all the way down. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like I said, I'm thinking about it.
Do you use loadouts? I haven't quite figured out the purpose for those.
Some. So I used them when I was doing the gas event.
Okay.
I was changing out multiples. I had my 501st was set and ready for gas. I just had to unlock him. So I took all of those mods and I dumped them onto like JK and Shock T and Ahsoka to speed them up. And then I took them and then put them again on like Droideka and things like that. Because if you can get that Droideka fast, ain't nothing coming to get you.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to use the Droideka for completing a feat here on the Conquest, and I might make a video on that if I get a chance here. I'm running out of daylight, so we'll have to see. But
yeah.
So for the evasion one, I was planning on using Old Ben for his leadership. Then I was going to use Han Solo because he's got that buff for everyone that kicks up your evasion.
Okay.
And then you have Ahsoka who has a natural evasion up.
Yep.
And then you got
and
Droideka.
Another one to look at is the Grandmaster Yoda lead.
Okay.
That one's got a mild evasion for all of the Jedi.
Well, Old Ben does it for everybody, whether they're Jedi or not.
Oh, really? I didn't even remember that.
And then Droideka, when Droideka uses his shield, its shield, whichever pronoun you want to use, it has a huge evasion as well. And then you have Hermit Yoda is the one I use. When he's stealth, it's 100% evasion.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I've ran it 2 or 3 times now, and out of frustration, the counter hasn't gone up because I believe there's a bug, and I think someone pointed out on Discord for me, it might have been Jelly, that you have to win. So it's not just evade.
Oh, yeah, you gotta win for something to count.
No, well, you don't for the detonators.
Okay.
So for that feat, you didn't have to.
My Greedo is nowhere near close enough. Neither are Jawas.
Oh, my Jawas are like geared 11, gear 12 maybe. And it doesn't matter, they just got... Well, still, throw them out there and see what happens. It's worth the energy and the laugh.
I did, it was ugly.
Nothing dies like a squad of Jawas. That's all I gotta say.
No, it's a beautiful thing. So, I know we've been a little long-winded tonight, guys.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot going on, and we're trying to get better at this. And I'll be live tomorrow at noon.
I might kick out a couple of videos here for the feats. Try to finish off this Conquest. I got a little bit of energy for it. Right. And then I'll be tied up towards the end of the week because, believe it or not, I'm going on vacation again here sooner or later. Not the end of this next week, but the week after, and I'll put something on Discord to let people know. But
somebody's got to do it.
All right.
I'm a little jealous. Somebody's got to do it. I will say that here coming up tomorrow, I've got, as everybody knows, the bane of my existence. I got to go up against the Padme squad tomorrow.
The one squad that tends to always catch me, and it drives me mad because I run into this more than I want to admit, is a Night Sister squad. And I'll just blast through the Night Sister squad, but then I'll get hung on the one that stealths. It's the initiate, right?
Yep.
And I keep, every time, like an Alzheimer's patient, I go right into the battle and I forget about it, and then I'm sitting there with the zombie and the stealth, and I'm like, well, here's 5 minutes of my life I'm never getting back. Imps. But I'm like, oh, this is a juicy squad. I'll go and throw a powerhouse in there just to watch it go there. I'm like, yep, should have used the imps. I'll have EOD sitting there laughing at me again. Use imps.
Hey, look, anybody that's watched me do a Padme team will tell you that it is an ugly thing, and it honestly has been an ugly thing for a few months. I've come to a determination about who I'm going to use moving forward. Now that I have a decent second team that can go ham on the Night Sisters, and I don't have to worry about those two kinds of teams, like the Geos and the Night Sisters, hanging me up. It's I'm not ashamed to admit that Anakin is going to go culling blade his wife. If you get what I'm saying.
Culling blade his wife.
Yeah, but Lord Vader's he's gonna left swipe on Padme. It's gonna be ugly.
Well, with that sentiment, I think is it international, or is it Women's Month or something like that?
It is National Women's Month, and I do apologize for those ladies that are empowered, but that character is given.
That being said, we should probably end the video before we get a lot of comments on this one. So this is Nazarek.
This is EOD. Keep the powder dry, guys.
Keep the powder dry. Have a good one. Bye.